Hey everybody, welcome to Skills on Sunday for January 31st, 2021. I'm your host, DM Gallibond. Alright, today on Skills on Sunday, we're going to be looking at a feat that is brand new for 5th edition. And like all 5th edition feats, gives you kind of a suite of different abilities, always on, and can be very handy for casters if you focus on a certain kind of spell. And the feat we're going to be looking at today is called the Spell Sniper. So let's go ahead and dig into that and see what this feat is all about. Alright, Spell Sniper. It's one of the feats that requires a prerequisite. You have to be able to cast at least one spell, and you've learned techniques to enhance your attacks with certain kinds of spells, gaining the following benefits. When you cast a spell that requires you to make an attack roll, the spell's range is doubled. Now, requires an attack roll, range is doubled. This is going to be most effective on, obviously, spells that have a ranged attack. If it's like a spell melee attack or a spell touch attack, you can't double that distance, so doesn't do any good there. Ranged spell attacks ignore half cover and 3/4 cover. Now that is really good. So but again, it doesn't do anything for automatic hit spells. Like, it's not going to affect your magic missile in any way. Magic missile always hits no matter what. As long as you can see your target, you know, cast it. If they've got 3/4 cover, it doesn't matter. Those little missiles are gonna and hit the guy anyway. So just and that doesn't have an attack roll because obviously it's an automatic hit. So things that do have an attack roll, like your Ray of Frost or your um, what is the fire version? Firebolt, I think, is an attack roll. Uh, that one, those two would require or would benefit from the spell sniper. And then you learn one cantrip that requires an attack roll. Choose a cantrip from the Bard, Cleric, Druid, Sorcerer, Warlock, or Wizard spell list. Now, the spellcasting ability for that cantrip depends on the spell list you choose from. So, if you choose it off the Bard list, it uses your Charisma. Off the Sorcerer list, the Warlock, Charisma, Bard, Sorcerer, or Warlock. Wisdom for Cleric or Druid, and Intelligence for Wizard. So if you are taking this feat as somebody who's dipped into a spellcasting class, in order to have that, or that gets spellcasting as part of your, archetype. For instance, if you're like a fighter that's going Eldritch Knight, or if you're a rogue that's going Arcane Trickster, then you want to choose something where you have a high bonus, which may not be one of your highest scores because you're using that for your particular main class. But like if you're an arcane trickster, you probably have a pretty good intelligence. So picking something off the wizard list would not be bad, and that would let you kind of do some things like Ray of Frost for an arcane trickster could be really handy, because one of the underrated things about that, and often overlooked, is that it actually slows the opponent by 10 feet per round. So if you hit somebody with it, and if you have a better chance of hitting them with it, with this particular feat, then you can do you a little bit of battlefield management and battlefield control by at least slowing one or perhaps more of the enemies down while while the rest of your party is getting to them. Or if you go on and become a high level arcane trickster, as you get to higher and higher levels, and that cantrip flips over, then at fifth level it now gets 2 dice of damage. At 11th level it gets 3 dice of damage. And if you use your arcane trickster to kind of like assassinate low level NPCs, you could do that with those cantrips and really kind of throw off um, make people think that what they're dealing with is they're dealing with some kind of a wizard that is going around um, doing things instead of a rogue. So really, you can think about that in a bunch of different ways. But that is the Spell Sniper feat for 5th edition. There's really not anything that, not an antecedent in earlier editions that lines up very well with it. All right. Thank you guys for stopping by today. Please subscribe to the channel, like the video, share the video, click the post notification bell, and look in the description so you can find out how to follow me on social media platforms and how to see all of the live streams that I do over on my Twitch channel. Thank you very much. Take care, everybody, and good night.